feel good. I feel at peace. You know, that I've grown so much through this process, and I'm so happy with that. And, you know, AD, you know, she was an amazing person. She was an amazing.
Clear foreshadowing of what's going to happen next.
Cheers it up. Seven Sense all night. This is y'all's night. Repeat after me, repeat after me. I ain't above you.
I ain't above you.
I ain't below you.
And I'm below you.
But I'm right here with you.
But I'm right here with you. It's what it is. Hey guys, welcome back to Human Resource. We are at our last episode for season 6, episode 12. Meet me at the altar. AKA Gaslighting Festival, okay? We left it off with the most weakest, I'm gonna say stupidest cliffhanger.
Are we gonna get married? Because I haven't even got a grasp of where you're at.
Like, what kind of question is that? Jimmy, we all know she is 100% down for you. And she even said it, though. She said, even with all the roller coasters, up and down, literally a roller coaster, okay, they were at a fair. She said, I'm still able to say yes at the altar.
She's down for him.
It's you 100%. And he took that opportunity to drop the bomb at her. And he said, well, let me tell you this. I ain't ready to say yes to you at the altar.
Most of us was disappointed about that. Not really. But no, not really. We all saw it coming, you guys. We all saw it coming. This guy would say, I love you, you're my world, all these crazy words with a pan face.
Guys, can you believe he said to her, you do everything I want in a woman, okay? I love you to death, all right? I want to make this work, but I don't want to go to the altars with you.
Yeah, like, okay, delusional. And and at one point he said to her, you even said that we're not even the strongest couple in the game.
Yeah, how many times though?
3 times.
I said 2 though. Okay. And why did you propose to me, by the way? Yeah, why did you propose to me? Okay. We just picked out our favorite song to walk down with. You know how sick that is, by the way?
That is sick, actually.
Imagine if, let's say if I chose I Can't Live Without You by Charlie Wilson. And I like the song, Can't Live Without You. I like that song.
All right.
You're going to leave me and take that song away from me too?
Oh.
Now I can never play it again. She literally was making him look so guilty. And then what did he do?
He lit her up.
He lit her up, guys. He's like, let me go ahead and like roll up my sleeve and find ways to make me look like the innocent one and walk out of here scot-free and make her look like the crazy, clingy girl she is.
You know what? She was doing the same thing that she did last time with him, where she started arguing with him and everything started tearing up and everything, where he starts swallowing. There was a lot of swallowing. So I felt like he was going back to like, okay, should I just marry her so I could just, you know, not deal with this whole confrontation at this moment?
Even after all of that, she said to him,
like, I love you.
I love you too.
guys, the way I love you is being thrown around too loosely. It's like, Jamie, do you even know the meaning of it? Even Chelsea at this point. Like, I feel like we need to downgrade the word I love you to something similar like I like you. We need to invent a new word.
Yeah, well, because in the end of the day, he
It's
got confused
garbage.
between love and like. You could like the girl, but obviously you don't love the girl.
And Chelsea too, you can want to hold on to the guy, but that doesn't mean you love him. I
highly
don't think
doubt
so.
it.
Like
It's
she even
possessive.
said there's something like, you know, there's so many things that you did that hurt my feeling. And he was like what? Try it. Try anything you want to make me look like the bad guy.
Walking on eggshells with you. I can't tell you things that hurt my feelings because you get so upset.
Like what?
Yeah.
Because he already had a list ready for him, guys. He had a list ready to lay it down.
At one point, he's like, no, at one point, she's like, you're just angry with me with that one argument we had.
No.
And he's like, you mean 5 and 6 arguments?
5, 6 arguments at this point.
She's kind of delusional. Yes, they had several fights. But the main reason why she said 1 is because she did reveal the fact that he had a relationship with his best friend, right? And that definitely, listen, at first, I would admit it. At first, I thought it was nothing. You know what I mean? Because in the end of the day, you're not with that girl, okay?
Sure.
But it seemed like that the girlfriend, right, is the one who rejected him. Okay, I'm going to say this, you guys. And this is so obvious so far. He had no problem pointing out that she was craving or she was clingy okay? But when it came to his best friend, he wanted to protect her and her name and all of this.
And her integrity.
And her integrity, exactly.
Right.
And to Chelsea's defense, she felt like she was caught up in a love triangle. She was like, sorry if I ruined your reputation. He's like, no. You didn't ruin my reputation, okay? You ruined her reputation. You kind of messed it up for the next guy.
And she was simply like saying that, well, listen, you know, marriage is not easy, okay? I didn't expect you to throw the towel over one argument. And he was like, no, well, you broke my trust to the deepest degree. Okay, I didn't tell you your deepest, darkest secret. And she goes, effing your friend is your deepest, darkest secret. And he's like, see, you're throwing it in my face again. Okay, which makes me feel confident in my answer.
Like, it clearly shows this guy is still in love with his best friend / ex-girlfriend or whatever it is.
You know what I find really fascinating with this whole Jimmy and Chelsea situation, okay?
Yeah.
Is the fact that I feel like he was keeping a scoreboard or was keeping receipts. Can you believe it? He mentioned that, well, you talk to your ex-boyfriend all the time. And she goes, no, I talked to him once, okay?
Yeah.
And just to dunk on him, letting him know that I'm engaged now.
Yeah.
You didn't believe in me. Okay, girls, sometimes we do that.
And it has nothing like comparing to him where he talks and he
nothing.
meets up with his girlfriend all the time.
I can tell from Chelsea's perspective that that is super innocent and she wants to dunk on her ex and there's no attachment there.
Yeah.
But for him, there's still an active attachment with his current girlfriends. You know what I mean? And I understand that she's feeling, well, I cannot explain the level of insecurity she has.
Yeah.
But that definitely provides a valid reason for her to be insecure if he feels that strong way about his girlfriend. Okay.
And I beg the question, would you ever get with a guy who are really close to his girlfriends?
And vice versa for the men.
So just like the Hunger Games, you guys, Brittany's out, okay? Laura's out, Chelsea's out, and who do we have left? AD and Amy.
That's right.
Woo! Okay. So we are at the Bachelorette party and Bachelor party. Okay, to be honest, the Bachelorette party was really nice. I really enjoyed it. The girls were having a lot of fun, right?
AD was doing a lot of faces, okay?
And head bobbing. And at one point, Amy revealed that she hasn't done the devil's dance.
Yeah.
And after AD looking at her like she was crazy.
Yeah, she goes, how you gonna buy a car without testing it?
But you sweetheart, that is the most secured relationship in the game so far. So I don't know what you're talking about. So we're in the in the men's department, I would say. The men's bachelor party wasn't that great. To be honest, I felt like they should have went to the bar.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
But I like when Clay and what's that guy's name? Johnny were having a conversation. And I feel like from Clay's conversation, you can tell that Johnny is secured. And throughout the whole time, Clay is still trying to convince himself. Push it one more day. One more day makes a difference in your bank account. One more day makes a difference in your bank account, okay?
So it is wedding day. We see AD and her family. We see Clay with his friends and brothers. Right? I loved it. AD's
Are they his
family.
half-brothers?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay. So we see also AD's mother. Fabulous. She said she really bonded with Clay's mother. It's like they're sisters or something like that. I really like that. You know, it gave me hope.
And that's actually a really good thing for somebody to say that, oh, you got lucky with a good mother-in-law.
Oh, yes, 100%. Women, as much as you want to choose the right guy, you also want to choose the right mother-in-law.
One thing, too, is that AD has a quick little flashback. And she remembers the time where he's... Literally, it's a flashback. And she remembers the time he's saying, listen, you know, my dad cheated on my mom year 7. Okay? And she's telling him, like, listen, you know, don't worry about it, baby. How can I help you? You tell me, how can you help a man from cheating?
If a man chooses to cheat, he's going to cheat.
She really took him as a project, and that's the whole theme throughout the whole, when she gets to the altar, guys, and we'll talk about the result.
And you know, I felt like she really cares about his feelings, where his mindset is.
And securing him.
And she's babying this guy, this grown man who might be older than her. But I don't see that, you know, he's doing the same thing for her.
And guess who decided to show up? The man of the hour, Clay's pops. Okay, his daddy shows up. And this Mr. Suave guy, this man that is a great father to me. We need you to prove in what sense. And like all of us guys, we were curious to know how was Clay and his father's relationship, right? And how they interact with each other. And it was very telling.
It felt like they were like buddies.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he walked in, I'm Mr. Suave, and put up your suit, put it together, you're looking nice. Oh, you're outshining me, the whole stuff.
If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. And if you'd like to win but think you can't, it's almost a sense you won't.
Speaking in riddles.
And riddles, exactly. But then after Clay really told the camera people that I really want to hear from my dad about, you know, why the relationship didn't work out. It's something related to pertaining to marriage. Okay. But the father never gave that kind of conversation.
Yeah.
He gave him something about like in the nature of, oh, my daddy was not there. I get my advices from my grandmother. She told me 2 important things: to treat your woman right. Or well, and to be good to your kids. And he said, well, you're not gonna tell me the kids because that come naturally.
And he failed both of them, to be honest. Like, he wasn't a good husband to his wife. And let's be honest, if you're dragging your son to these adventures, I'm going to say adventures to be polite, you weren't a father to your son when you're committing these horrible acts.
Look into this clip that we kind of saved.
You know, when it comes to right and wrong, you know, it doesn't matter if everybody else is like in your ear telling you, oh, do this, do that. You gotta trust yourself.
He's basically saying, trust your desires.
Yeah.
Live like a nomad. You know what I mean? Don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to wear your underwear like a hat, go ahead. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Sometimes no consequences. You know what? You have to listen to the people around you who truly loves you. Yeah. That's what I would say.
But he's going to say in his defense, you know, me and my dad had a great relationship.
Your delusion.
Yeah. In what sense you had a relationship? Because even I think you said that at some point that you and your dad never had a deep conversation.
You know what I think when Clay is talking about how his father is such a great guy and everything, I think he's just talking about like the whole finance aspect of being a father. You know what I mean?
Probably as a
providing, putting a roof over head, making sure there's food that is given to them or whatever. He never talks about the emotional aspect of being a dad.
The nuances of being a great father, okay? Because think about this one. You're entering in another chapter in your life, which is marriage. If your dad wasn't successful in the whole union of a marriage, do you think he's a great guy to get advice from? Okay, you need to look for other men who've accomplished that. And I think that is where the whole fault is in your guys' relationship, okay? Your dad was completely unsuccessful in the institution of marriage. And here you are, okay, a grown man, mature man, going to him, asking advice for a marriage when you clearly know that he was unsuccessful. As much as the responsibility on your dad, okay, for not being a great father in that aspect, there's 1000% responsibility on you to do better.
And the reality is his father's incapable of having even a mature conversation
about that,
about the situation.
See my name?
It is weird. But
Foreshadowing.
We'll get to the mom too. I feel like the mother knows everything and even knows the outcome.
Not only that, I feel like she's disappointed.
Yeah. And she starts explaining to her son, when you see your woman walking down the aisle, you're going to go through all these, a bunch of emotion, and completely, guys, he's not focusing. And you look at him, he's looking left and right inside, like, why aren't you not focusing right over here? I don't know. It was so weird.
So we have AD walking down the aisle. She's like...
First of all, she looked really gorgeous the whole time. But I was telling us, like, that dress.
It just hugged her very well. You know what I mean?
I feel like, should I buy that dress too?
Yeah, you should somehow, right?
When my day comes.
Yeah. So other than that, and I love the moment of the two mothers. It's like, you know...
She was crying. AD's mom was crying so much. And Clay's mom was like, no, don't you do... You worked for this. Don't.
What do you mean? I'm so confused.
I get it, you know.
Like,
it's like you raised such a beautiful woman, and it's her moment to get married.
Other than that, so she's walking in the aisle, and she's
the whole
Did
time.
Did you see that moment where she's like, I'm like, girl, stop. I know you're happy, but let's be elegant. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know what I can't stand in weddings? When the girl, I'm going to focus on the girl, I don't know what the guys do, is angry.
Some cultures, the women are pissed.
Like, but I've never seen this.
Yeah.
Okay, the super like
she's overtly like enthusiastic and everything. And you know what? It's her day. It's her day. But I'm pretty sure when she's looking back at this, she wants to scream at herself. But other than that,
they exchange vows. You can see she tells him everything we already heard. She said, I'm willing to work with you. I have no regrets. You're the man that I want to marry and all that nice stuff. And he said the things that we all don't want to hear. Yeah. Talking about you put up with me so much. You're like my in-between person.
I feel as though like I became such a better man dealing with you through this whole process. And I want to thank you for your patience because Lord knows, I'm a lot to handle. And just your patience, you just being able to be adaptable with me.
Patience.
Struggle, love. Oh, I'm tired.
And she even tried to say that you're my safe space.
And how is that, sweetheart? Okay.
I don't know.
Because I felt like it was the other way around. Okay.
Either way, it came time for her and him to actually say whether or not they want to get married. And the guy asked her, AD, do you want to take Clay as your husband? And AD was like, yes.
Of course.
I took on this project from the beginning. I was going to get married. And when it came time to Clay, he said,
yeah, what did he say?
This has been a tough process.
Okay.
I need to still put in more work. Okay. We'll go through this together.
Okay.
But I'm not ready for marriage.
This guy is unhinged. Like, he dragged her.
And even you can see Clay's father was like,
yeah, his father was sitting there.
That's my son. We ain't meant to get married.
Father, like son.
Yeah, we ain't meant to get
married.
If
I'm not married, you're not getting married.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's not. We above that.
Nah. Right?
Find you a woman that could put up with us. And you know what's interesting? Clay's brother, okay? If you guys did not see earlier, when Clay was trying to convince the homeboys that, you know, AD is my woman, we're going to work out on his brother friend was looking like this. You lying.
Yeah, the guy with the wife beater.
The wife, he was like, This ain't true, but okay. Get that check.
Reality, let's be honest. AD, we all saw it coming. This guy was giving you red flags on top of red flags. There was no pink flags, let's be honest. And he kind of said in the beginning, he asked you a question. If we don't go through this, what's going to happen next? And she said, well, there's not gonna be anything next. I think it was episode 8 or something like that. I'm not sure. And the reality is, he kind of
Trying to see if she was buffing or not.
Did you see the part when he was like rambling and he was just talking and talking and talking? She turns to her family like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? And after he just continued.
Yeah. And my favorite scene is when you can see AD looked at her mom and she goes, are you ready or something? I'll put the scene.
Oh, I love that part.
We good? Come on, baby. Thank you. You're so very welcome. Thank you.
I thought that scene right there, AD no doubt was raised very well and she has a strong support system. I just feel like her mom really let AD figure things out on her own.
Yeah.
And she was ready there to support her in case things didn't work out. And it's a good life learning lesson. As a young woman, you're growing up, you got to make your own mistakes, right?
But you know what? We all, as women especially, we all love to have that whole idea of having that big wedding, the big house, the best men, and all
men
that.
do too.
Of course, the right men.
In AD's defense, okay? Because I'm coming to her defense right now.
Go ahead.
There's some part that I think a lot of girls can resonate with her when she said that, you know,
I just don't understand. I'm just never enough. Like, it's never. You're always enough. The other person is never enough. Amber, you just haven't met your person yet. And
I'm never going to be that girl that's going to get married. It's never going to happen to me. We get it. It's such a scary, sad, alone feeling. But that doesn't mean you need to go ahead and accept bad options. You can imagine Clay, he started talking to his dad, and his dad tried to like big up him, let him know that I think you made the good decision. And
Beat on your own drum or something like that. You know what I mean?
And if you notice, guys, very carefully in the clip, Clay was talking to his mom first. And then the dad came along, and then Clay's mom started walking away. So you can see the dynamic between the mom and the dad. There's still super indifference between each other. Okay, you can see her way of life and the way she gives out her advice is completely different than him. I feel like in terms of marriage, he should get those advices from people that have been successful or respect the constitution of marriage. And somehow he's getting it from the wrong person.
Now, do you feel like Clay respects women?
That's a good question.
Right?
Yeah, because after what his mom went through, okay, you would think he would get advices from her or people like her that have been successful in marriage, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He went ahead and still look up to his dad for those kind of stuff. Okay.
Especially a dad who committed all those horrible acts.
Yeah.
To his mom. Yeah.
That's a very good question. Maybe I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you think he respected women?
Did anybody see his sister? His sister was pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I ain't gonna get a sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to be in a long-term relationship. I met you, tell him meet somebody like his mom.
yeah, but you met me, but you wasn't good to me.
I wish he was there. I wish he was there.
Clay was there to watch that. He can see right there that his dad is Mr. Suave. This is
Mr.
all
Cool.
Mr. Nice shot. I'm so, correct in my conviction.
He was trembling.
He was trembling. His flaws were showing.
He was mumbling when he was talking to his ex-wife.
He doesn't have it all right up there.
Even at one point, literally, she said, I'm still figuring out some things that you have done to me at that moment. Now, that part really broke me because you assume they had that honest conversation, right? And after going off in their own ways. But there's still things that she doesn't even know that what this man have done behind her back. Not only that, affecting her son in a long haul. Clay, you need therapy. And the fact that you were even asking AD to help you in this journey.
Yeah, because he went back to her and he was like, okay, we're going to work it out. And he started hugging her. AD, you said something. What am I supposed to do next? You're
Grab your Louis Vuittons and get out.
And you're not supposed to ask him that question because even he doesn't know what he's doing.
And did you say, what did I say before, you guys, in previous previous videos? I did say he wanted a situationship with this woman, right? Men would put a baby in you, right? Have no problem putting a baby in you, but not marry you.
Okay. Guys, I feel like we can talk about this one for hours.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot to dissect, but Amy and Johnny are waiting for us.
The happy couple.
In summation, I'm sorry, we're going to summarize their situation. They both said yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
And,
you know,
to be honest with you, I think with Love is Blind, we all wanted that for a lot of people, okay? To make the right decisions, to say yes at the altar, and to live happily ever after, okay? And it's hard to say that a lot of people that we really like didn't make it, but we're really happy that Amy and Johnny made it.
they did
Great
made
couple.
it. And you know what? In reality, is Love is Blind? In some cases, yes, it is. Okay, if you're hot. So, so that's the end of our review. Episode 12. It is over. Oh my God! Now we only have season 6, but we have the reunion, and that's gonna be juicy. Okay, accountability. Right?
And who is the villain, guys, for you? Now, listen, I said it was Sarah Ann for the females.
Yeah.
And Jimmy got inducted as the villain for the guys.
Yeah, I would say Jeremy. Jimmy is a loser, and
It can't be Clay.
Clay. No, you know what it is. Clay.
He just wants to be for the streets.
You know what? He's dealing with a lot in his head. Therapy. My friend, you need therapy. You stop asking a woman to fix your problem, okay? Your father did that, and it didn't work out. So, God bless you guys. Please subscribe and like this video, and bye now.